Welcome back to the Pineywoodshomestead, y'all. Hopefully you can hear me over the window unit in Lisa's shop. Got the fan cut off in here just a minute, so hopefully you can hear me. This video is going to take part over a couple of days. The pigs were born on January the 9th. Not January the 9th, Matthew. It's hot in here, y'all. June the 9th. The pigs were born on June the 9th. I was expecting them on June the 10th. Lisa had done some math and said, nope, June the 9th, and she was right. 7 healthy piglets. Y'all, we went down to feed up, or I did. Lisa had to run to town. Usually we're together. And I look, and there goes a piglet running. And I was like, oh my. Well, Rosie, she had those babies probably, if I had to guess, around midnight or so on the 9th there. So going into the 9th. And y'all, they look fantastic. 7 beautiful piglets. The Hereford, they're going to normally have anywhere from 6 to 8 piglets. That's about their litter size. And y'all, that's one thing that makes them great for homesteading. We're not in it to try to make a ton of money off selling cuts of pork from a freezer here at our house. We may do something like that one day. We're in it to raise our own food, y'all. Keep up with tradition for 300 years here in North Carolina in our family of agriculture. And we're doing it on a small scale. We love doing it. We'll sell a few piglets. That helps offset the cost of raising our own pork. And what we're selling, y'all, is top of the line. You can't find it just anywhere. We're using stud boars out of Indiana from, we've told you where, from Schaefer Gold Rush. Y'all, it's not easy, but it sure is rewarding. And it's a whole lot of fun, as you can see from all the sweat pouring off of me right now. It's good exercise. Don't have a gym membership, but I load plenty of feed in and out. And it's nice being able to do that again. There for a while I couldn't load or unload or do nothing. So it's nice to get out here and be able to work. But guys, we thought we'd bring you along. We ordered this feed a month ago. It just showed up. Ordered 20 bags of hog feed. Bought 10 bags when I was at the store the last time, and that tided us over, that and corn. As you know, we feed Purina, Nutrina, and Do More, which is actually Purina. It's all plant-based. We cut it 50% with whole kernel corn. That does 2 things. It offsets the cost of the feed, and it keeps our hogs lean. Gives them just enough back fat to be healthy, and not too much that they can't handle a gestation and farrowing. But guys, we'll bring you along a little bit of loading, unloading, and stacking feed, showing off those piglets. And we're dehydrating some herbs up at the house too, so we might show that as well. But guys, thanks for stopping in. Hit that old like for us, subscribe to the channel if you hadn't. And if you have, y'all, we appreciate you. Let's get on a little bit more feed loading and unloading and sweating. It's fun. So we ordered that feed 4 weeks ago. That's how long it took to get it in. Things have gotten a little bit slower, but the good thing is our feed store was smart enough to order a bunch in bulk in advance. So they should have what we need on hand, and that's a good thing. But guys, right there, 1,000 pounds of hog feed, 400 pounds of whole kernel corn. Got that stacked in the new feed room. Feed room's working out good. It's going to work out great. It's nice and dry and tight. Got a dehumidifier to put in there and an exhaust fan. So it's going to keep our feed cool and dry. Moisture free, rodent free, bug free. It's good for your animals to do that. And y'all, you may think, man, that's a lot of feed, a lot of money in feed. And yes, you would be correct. It is expensive to do this. The way that we do it though, between all the vegetables that we raise, all the pork we produce, the piglets that we sell, the chicken that we raise, we've eliminated the majority of a grocery bill. And it all comes out better than if we were actually going to the grocery store every month and purchasing all this food that we consume. And we're getting food that hadn't been sprayed with harmful chemicals. We're getting animals that have been treated humanely, that have been butchered right here on the homestead by us. We know how clean the environment's been. Y'all, that's worth a lot of money right there, in my opinion. More feed to get. I got to get stuff out of Lisa's shop so she can get back to sewing. Start cranking some handbags out because ladies have been wanting them and she needs to get back to that. I'm just thankful to be out here able to sling a little feed, y'all. So y'all, what you're looking at right here is 2,200 pounds worth of feed in this 7x8 room. I've got about 800 more pounds of feed in Lisa's shop that I still haven't gotten out, but there's enough room in there for her to work now, and we can work that feed down that's in the air conditioning there in her shop, and then we will maintain no more than this quantity of feed at one time. And with this quantity of feed, you can feed for quite a while. Now, to raise out a hog for 6 months to get him up to butcher weight, it's going to take you at least 700 pounds of feed, and that's combined hog feed pellet and whole kernel corn. That's how we do it. Some people soak their feed, try to ferment it. They think it'll make it stretch further if they do that. Guys, do what you want to do, but the tried and true method that's been used for umpteen years from producers, actual producers, not people that have just decided, hey, I'm going to pasture raise some pork. I'm talking people that know what they're doing. And no offense to anybody that thinks that they can just Google something, yeah, this works. Talk to local farmers, producers that have actually been doing this for generations. And that's where I'm coming from with this, y'all. Generations of knowledge have gone into what little bit I do know about raising hogs, and I'm learning more all the time. Even though my dad did it, his ancestors did it, and so forth, all the way back to probably the mid-1600s as far as we know here in North Carolina. But guys, this works. Feeding a quality feed to your animals. But 700 pounds, that's a good rule of thumb to get your hog up to a butcher weight, and that's between 2 and 250. It's going to vary depending on the hog, depending on the genetics. We have really good genetics here because we've worked really hard for several years to get it that way. But I thought we'd walk down real quick and take a look at those baby pigs. It's time to check on them. We check on them a few times a day, make sure Rosie's eating and drinking like she should, and getting up and getting a little exercise as well, making sure she's having bowel movements and things like that, because Sal can get constipated after delivery. And one way that we remedy that is by giving a little bit of Epsom salt along with the feed, just a little bit, and it helps to move things on out. But she's looking good so far, and so are those piglets. So let's go see if we can sneak down there, give Dixie a little treat so she'll be quiet long enough for us to check on those babies. Guys, I'm not trying to burst anybody's bubble when it comes to how you feed your hogs. It's America. Do it how you want to do it. I'm just going to do it the way my daddy taught me and the way his ancestors taught him. And coming from a long history of agriculture in the state of North Carolina, I believe I'll stick with what I know works. But anyways, like I said, about 700 pounds to get your hog up to market weight. And it may take more. I've seen it take up to 900 pounds. It depends on the genetics, y'all, and how that hog is converting food to muscle. Rosie, where's them babies? What are y'all doing over here? Where's number 7, girl? Where's number 7? Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You want some water, Rosie? You want to come get some water? Guys, I know there is in no way, any way, that I answered probably all the questions that you may have about feed and feeding your hogs. If you have any questions, drop a comment and I'll do the best I can to answer that question for you. And if I don't know the answer, I'll see if I can find it for you. But more than likely, I'll know what it is you're wanting to ask. So drop a question down there and I'll do my best to answer for you. All right, y'all. Hope you enjoyed coming along as we got feed put up into that new feed room. I could put all the rest of that feed up in there. It's about another probably 700 pounds. But I've already got quite a bit of weight in there. That thing's built solid. But I'd rather not take any risk that I don't have to. I've worked too hard on it. Like I said, it ain't easy living this way, but y'all, it's rewarding. You know where your food's coming from. And if you work at it smart, in other words, being methodical about weighing out your feed, not wasting it, buying the best quality that you can for the best price that you can, you're gonna come out okay. Selling a few pigs here and there to help offset the cost of raising your pork and all of your groceries. Guys, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Those babies are beautiful. We'll be showing you more of those in the days ahead as they start getting bigger and start walking on out more. But guys, hit that old like for us, subscribe if you hadn't. If you have, y'all, we appreciate you. We'll see you on the next video.